Not everybody wants to heal. That's the truth. In fact, it's been such a long-standing truth that Hippocrates, the father of modern medicine, said, before you heal someone, ask him if he's willing to give up the things that make him sick. Wow, that's big. That's a powerful statement. And it is so important to ask when you are starting your healing journey, whether you're healing physically, mentally, spiritually, you have to ask yourself, are you willing to give up the things that got you feeling stuck, unwell in the first place? And in order to give up those things, you really have to deconstruct yourself, don't you? You need to deconstruct before you can reconstruct. And when I mean deconstruct, I mean look at it from an objective perspective, as if you were looking at a blueprint and you were looking at the patterns that kept being repeated in your life, and that led to the same old door, the door you say you don't want to open, but you keep on opening, that blueprint. Because I've been doing this work since 2009. I've helped a tremendous number of people self-heal, even in miraculous ways. So I know it's possible. We also hear miraculous stories all around the world. So we know millions of people around the world can and have healed themselves physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually. It's all possible. But it comes down to having the courage to confront that inner critic, courage to confront what goes on in that pattern that keeps getting you to that same door, and looking at the root cause of your suffering. Are you willing to release that story so you can receive the love your big self so desires? And really, truly, it's a form of surrender. Can you surrender control? Can you surrender control consciously? Because your subconscious mind already knows the way for you. Your big self knows the way for you. There's a path, there's inspiration, there's ideas, there's help, there's all of these things will show up for you if you're willing to give up the things that make you sick. So you could start by doing this exercise. Get a piece of paper, fold it in half. On one side, write sick or hurt or yuck, I don't care, call it something. And then on the other side, put healing. Or you can call it growth. And do an audit. And don't do more than 10 items, because it's not meant to be a novel. No more than 10 items in each column. Things that keep you stuck, make you feel sick. And on the other side, things that you have access to, be realistic, that can help you heal, that can help you grow. Leave that list for 24 hours. Then come back to it the next day. When you come back to it, depending on how many numbers you have on there, you might have 5 items, you might have 10. I would like you to rank them from, the least powerful to the most powerful, right? So 10 would be the least powerful, let's say, and number 1 would be the most powerful. And see, what's the number 1 thing that keeps you feeling sick or stuck? And what's the number 1 thing that inspires you towards growth and healing? And simplify it to just those 2 things. Don't look at the rest of the list. And focus just on that one healing thing for only 24 hours. Just do it for a day. You don't have to do it for long. And keep bringing your attention back to that number 1 healing thing that you can do over and over, over and over, over and over again for 24 hours, and see how it will slowly start to erode the thing that's keeping you sick or stuck. Then you rinse and repeat. Just go back the next day and do the same thing until that number 1 growth thing becomes a pattern or a habit for you. Don't move to number 2 on the list. Just focus on that number 1 thing until you get it. Then you can go to number 2. I promise. You can check off all the list. I know a lot of you guys love the list, so you can do it, but just one thing at a time, and you can't move on until you get the first one. Promise? No, you can't do a fingers crossed promise. You got to do a real promise. Okay, so this might be the longest TikTok video I've made, almost 5 minutes. I think it's a powerful topic. I think it's an important topic. Self-healing in any area and aspect of your life is vital. And I know how strong you are. I know you're a big star. You're made of star stuff, and I know you can do this. I know you can let go of the things that make you sick. You just need to decide, and the best way to decide is to create a new pattern, and I know you can do it. Message me, put it down a comment. I'm here to support you and help you along your healing journey. And I don't even know if I introduced myself. My name is Ran Beer. I've been a life strategies coach since '09. And don't forget to hit the follow button for more like this.